Welcome. If you like making your own fishing rods, I would like to show you how I recycle champagne style corks to produce the cork rings so you can make the cork handles on your fishing rods. First on the list, you need friends that like drinking champagne, prosecco, or anything else that goes pop. 5 minutes in boiling water changes the compressed corks you see on the left into the expanded corks on the right. This leaves the expanded cork at about 1.2 inches in diameter. Some cork has a ½ inch of good cork on the bottom, and others only have a 1/4 inch. Either way, they're all good corks. Before putting the cork in the vise, take a pen and do 2 or 3 marks between the good cork and the composite cork. Next, put the cork in the jaws of the vise, just snugly, not too tight. I have mounted a cutting tool backwards and use this to slowly push the cork to center it. Then I roll it back a little bit to check that it's fairly centered. Now tighten up the jaws so the cork won't move when we're drilling the center hole. Now it's time to drill the 1/4 inch hole at a fairly slow rate. The depth should be about 3/4 of an inch, just past the ½ inch thickness of the cork. The blue shadow on the bottom is my arm advancing the chuck and then backing it off 2 turns at the end. This leaves it still supporting the cork. You can tell how deep you've gone by the scale on your chuck. As I start up the lathe, you can see the lines that we put on it at the beginning showing where to cut. You can probably cut with almost anything, but I use a jigsaw blade. A hacksaw would probably work just as well. As you come to the end, you can see the cork ring drops free. A couple swipes on 60 to 80 grit sandpaper smooths off the cut edge. Once you have everything set up, I find I can turn out one cork ring about every 2 to 3 minutes. These are 2 of the rods that made a split grip spinning rod and a spey rod with lots and lots of rings. Some of the printing on the cork is still visible. On the top end of some corks is a metal disc with interesting pictures. I use these to protect the butt end of the rod handles. Just cut off the cork that it fits into, glue that cork to the handle, and at the end glue the disc onto the bottom of the handle. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and has given you something else to do in these times when we're supposed to stay home. Now the only other thing is you've got a whole bunch of pieces of cork, so what are you going to do? Well, one thing I've done is made a bunch of slip bobbers. Surely you can come up with another idea. Thank you.